Hi, and we're back here at Victoria Road for episode 3 of the RedDoor refurb. So, as you'll see, Caroline's here with us today, who took over from me last time for my minor surgery, as she referred to it. So we're going to go and have a look, but I think Caroline highlighted some really good points from a property management perspective in terms of some of the things that possibly get overlooked when we're just refurbing a house. Because if you're refurbing it for resale, it's very different to refurbing it for rental. So we'll have a look, see how they've got on, and Caroline can point out some hints and tips on what to do if you're a landlord refurbing a property. Right, let's go. So I think firstly starting out here, it's something that's often overlooked. You forget the outside of the property and don't think it's relevant, but it is. From a tenant's perspective, they've got use of the garden. And one of the things that you highlighted, Caroline, was what people will tend to do is they'll come here and they'll put up a makeshift washing line. So they'll strap a bit from probably this post here over to that post over there, and then the weight of the washing will pull the fence down over time, and therefore you have to put up a new fence and everything else. And they'll deny that they ever put a washing line up and God knows whatever. But I think using, I don't know what the cost for a washing line is.
So I think a rotary washing line, you can pick them up for the cheapest £30, but probably more like 50, 60. But even if you don't have a rotary washing line, because obviously the high lines are really popular, especially in these areas where it is actually really windy, like Medway seems to always be windy, but you can get the ones that are on a pole, and they're really not that expensive, and it will last you the duration of the tenancy.
But the reason I guess people don't do it is because it does take a little bit of effort to put it in.
You don't always consider these things. When you're doing your house up to rent it out, you don't always consider the things that make it convenient for the tenant to live. But also as well, you think, well, okay, they can supply their own rotary washing line. But if they don't and they affix it to the property or to the fence, like, yes, okay, the argument is, well, if they damage it, they repair it. But what if they don't? What if you don't pick up on it? What if it pulls down the neighbour's fence? And the tenant says, I'm not paying it.
And then it's just hassle, and then they deny they've actually put it up and they didn't do it, and you're just into a battle for the sake of, 50 quid or 100 quid or whatever it's going to cost to get a washing line. If you're going to dig a hole, concrete it in and do it, it's one of the things I think it's worth doing, and prevention is better than cure.
We're actually also going to change the garden out here. So this is a communal garden for the 2 flats. And I don't think that works either, because there's no ownership over whose rubbish it is, whose half of the garden. No one wants to maintain it. So what we're going to do is look to actually split this garden in the middle. So just put like a chain link fence in the middle, just cut it down, obviously tidy the garden up, create some steps at the bottom there. So then one flat's got half, the other's got half. You can have your own table, chairs, things like that, because it's actually not a bad sized garden.
So I'm assuming this side will go for the downstairs flat.
That's what I thought, because
the
there are windows there.
You don't want to be sitting inside the front of someone's window, but...
Yeah. OK, let's go inside and have a look.
Oh, it's such a downward walk. It's just the fakest walk I've ever seen in my entire life.
Up you come then.
And that's it, Caroline, just that temple. So.
Nice, baby.
It's different with internal walls. It feels different already, doesn't it? Just having this bit kind of filled in. And
it's nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I would say last time we was here, I quite like this feature. I quite liked it.
But we took the spotlights out.
Yeah.
Because the downlighters, although again they look really good.
Is this LED?
Yes, and it actually gives off a really good light.
No,
it may
LED.
not be the best looking, but the downlighters always seem to get damaged. Yeah. As much as LEDs are meant to last forever, they don't.
No, it's really good. So what was it? This is it. Been added in since you came last.
So really since we came last, the kitchen's obviously nearly done. And then by the looks of it, they've done a lot of stain blocking. So it's like a primer and a stain block.
Where was the stain coming from?
Just the walls are just in such a bad state. So like, if you have sticky fingers, cups of tea, anything like that.
There's lots of fat splash over it still.
So all of that, there'll be a splashback on there, so that's why that hasn't been primed.
So what, the whole back up to here has got a splashback on it?
We normally do about 3 or 4 tiles. So it'll probably cover just under
Can't you
unit.
buy a splashback? Just one piece that matches with this that goes on in one.
You can only buy to match the unit, you can buy a short one like that, but personally I don't like
I thought
it.
you could get a higher one.
You can buy a higher one that's not the same design, so you could get a black one or a silver one, but the silver one's really popular, but they don't clean very well because they scratch.
Yeah.
And then the same with the plastic ones, they are one big sheet, and if they get damaged, that's it. Whereas the tiles just are more durable.
And cost-wise?
I don't know. I wouldn't say there's much difference, probably. The tiles we use aren't hugely expensive, but they're really popular. It's like the briquette tiles.
Okay, I think it was decorated last time you came in anyway, Caroline, wasn't it?
One of the rooms was, yeah.
Yeah. I think that just makes such a difference. Just the grey paint now that we've moved over to, I think makes a huge difference to the rooms. When I was watching it watching it back last time, it just really lifts the room. What's the carpet going in here?
Dark grey.
Dark grey with
Underlay.
underlay. Again, one of the big things I think was highlighted on another property that we're refurbing at the moment where they hadn't put underlay. So it saved a couple of £100 when they first did it, but you were saying it stained the wood flooring, although this is concrete flooring, but it stained the wood flooring, and underlay is rubber backed. So it stops the penetration from the spillage going into the wood, thus staining the.
And I think just maintaining the floor below. So the house we did at Magpie Hall Road, so you'll be able to see it on one of our other videos, is that you have a look at the flooring underneath, and where there has been things spilt and stuff like that, you know, the wooden flooring, it just looks.
I know it looks rank, but it also takes on the smells and everything else.
It takes on the fermentation.
Yeah, I mean, there was one house we went in and it just, well, it stank of urine and everything else. You're not necessarily going to stop all of that, but it probably wouldn't have been.
It would be a barrier.
As bad. Yeah, it's an additional barrier. I think
Yeah.
that's the thing, isn't it? So.
And offers insulation for tenants as well, doesn't it?
And it's just nice. I think there's nothing worse than walking into a house and has the carpet and no underlay. It just feels. It feels poor and feels shoddy. You know, there's a broken glass in here as well, Kaz.
Yeah, so we've got a glazier coming out to replace that glass. We're actually replacing the window in the other bedroom. It's a tilt and turn window. And if you'd have been here last week, Andy, you would know that it's cheaper to replace the tilt and turn than it is to repair. Unfortunately, you're otherwise engaged.
I was, but hey, it's only a week where any normal man would be off
Window
for 6
restrictor
weeks.
fitting on there as well.
Do you need a window restrictor on there?
Yes, because it opens too far in a child.
Even on this height?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Again, I wouldn't have.
Any window not on ground floor needs a window restrictor.
Okay. I wouldn't necessarily have known that from a refurb perspective, but.
Always here to help you out.
Well, teamwork makes the dream work, Caroline.
Knowledge is key.
And then in here, pretty much, not a lot's happened. Well,
You say that, but it was pretty poor state.
Yeah, but I mean, it was pretty poor.
Well,
when I
new
came,
shower
so-
screen. So we got for like the glass shower screen. It may not look, you know, like anything amazing different to the others, but it's quite a robust shower screen, and it is a reasonable price, and it definitely beats the curtain.
Oh god, yeah, I think they're horrid. And the extractor fan, dehumidifying extractor fan?
Yes, so that is down for, believe it or not, it does work, so they're going to clean it up. They've taken the front off it, they're soaking it, got some special cleaner to
And by
clean it up.
dehumidifying, it comes on automatically when humidity gets to a certain
It's
level.
called a dehumidistat fan, so yeah, it will come on, yeah.
Okay, and the light, is that a new light? Or?
I would have thought we'll change that light.
I would hope so, it looks pretty
Yeah.
horrid as well, doesn't it? So,
But like new windowsills, things like that, just to just make it look nicer.
yeah, I'm assuming that'll be finished off and corked in once all this.
Yeah, it's not fitted.
Ah, just generally fitted in
No,
general.
it'll be fitted.
Good. Nice to see.
And I would have liked to, in here, I would have liked to have really taken the tiles off and changed all the tiles, but the tiles weren't too bad, I just hated the grout.
Yeah.
But I said what I think we should do when we advertise it is just get like a couple of little yellow towels or something, so it's like
Yeah, no, I
it's
saw
a
that.
feature rather than a...
Yeah, I think with any of these things, you know, you have to balance practicality with budget and things like that. It's just not cost effective. And as it happens, they're in good condition and they're fine. So taking them off, time you then
So I
repair
just-
the wall, put new ones on. Yeah, I know it's kind of what you just said, but you just didn't say it in such a clear
All right,
fashion
Phil.
as well. I would have said. But. So, Caroline, how long have we got left in here now?
10 days.
Definite 10 days or approximately 10 days?
Approximately 10 days.
Okay, so I'd imagine the next time we come back, it will pretty much be finished and we'll be running around just a few final touches. But no, thanks for the handy tips.
Oh, you're welcome.
Ah, thank you. and
I'm
we'll
here
see
for
you
all your
next time.
property needs.
I'm sure you are.
Let's go, Phil.